Fill on my bones, sick on my teeth, double down shake, sick on my seat, need a vaccine, house got a leak, lungs on my feet, I cannot breathe, rose up the heat, think about.
What's up? This is Thurston with Album 88, and today I am joined by the ever-talented Jasper Marsalis, also known as Slauson Malone 1. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I did not expect you to accept this. I know you don't do a lot of interviews, and I really appreciate it. But I guess just to start out, since this is a radio interview, so a lot of people might not exactly know what's up, could you just maybe give a brief introduction to yourself and I guess maybe how you started out in New York with standing on the corner and all the, what's brought you here, I guess?
Yeah, my name is Jasper Marsalis, aka Slauson Malone 1, aka Bartholomew. My dad lives in New York.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just had to move there when I was 12. And that's how I ended up in New York. And then in high school, I started producing, making beats. And then, I don't know, it just all kind of happened by chance. Really, actually through SoundCloud.
Okay.
I started talking to a couple people on SoundCloud and then slowly started to assemble into a real IRL community.
Nice, that's awesome.
And yeah.
Cool. All right, thank you. And I guess getting into the touring thing, given you are currently touring, I have kind of an interesting question that I don't know if it's going to be annoying, so you don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
Oh,
and I know you like to leave stuff up to interpretation as well, so you know. But like I said a second ago, I saw you with Injury Reserve back in 2021 and with Mike back in April, I think it was. And those were both opening sets, obviously. And I feel like a lot of the time, both the times I saw you, it was very like polarizing in terms of the audience reaction. Like some people really get into it and like it, and other people kind of
hate it, yeah.
Yeah. And so I guess I just am curious if that's something that irritates you or if it's something that you've kind of embraced as part of your life set.
Yeah, I actually come to love it. I think the privilege to not like something is such a like deep epiphany to have as an individual, like to be like, oh, I don't like this, but maybe that will lead you to something you like more.
Right.
So for an audience to have that reaction, I think is really powerful.
Yeah.
I learned to just kind of lean into it.
That's awesome.
Also, like a lot of things that I like, I don't like, or there's something that like lingers. I don't know. It's just like, oh, like I don't like the way this tastes, or I don't like the way this sounds. And just keep thinking about it, you know?
Yeah. So it might even have like a more lasting effect than something that you just like, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. And I guess speaking of those previous tours where you opened, and also it's very sick to see you headlining now.
Thank you.
But I guess, do you have a favorite tour that you've been on so far?
Probably the first tour I ever did, which was the first IR tour. That was, I mean, those are awful performances, but I just learned so much. And yeah, I don't know, there's so many incredible memories.
Yeah, that I had a chance to go to that tour and I passed on it, unfortunately, which really sucks.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Crocs.
Yeah, rest in peace, Crocs.
And I guess, yes, more, I guess, Atlanta specific. You've ended up here once or twice, and I don't know if you've spent time here outside of touring, but do you have anything in Atlanta that you enjoy?
Yeah, my ex-stepdad lives here, and I spent quite a bit, like 2 summers here. So
Nice.
I went to the aquarium,
Nice.
the High Museum.
Shout out to High.
What's the belt? The circle thing?
The
Circle
belt
Park?
line?
Yeah, belt line.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I know my stuff.
Nice. That's awesome. And I guess moving on to your new album, Excelsior, is amazing. You should check it out if you haven't.
Or don't.
Or don't. It's up to you. But I guess the first thing I wanted to ask about that is that in the interview you did with Sonimic recently, you were talking about creator speak, and you said that you like for things, I believe you said it, to be aesthetically incomplete or needing references to feel complete, which is evident in all the track titles of the creator speak projects, which Excelsior does not have. So I was just curious if that album still has that feeling to you, even though it doesn't have the direct like references.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the song structures feel incomplete. A lot of things feel like meandering ideas that kind of like sag or lean or like ooze out into other songs.
I got you.
And, you know, if you listen to it like on shuffle, it probably won't make a lot of sense. So.
Yeah, which, I guess because you have like the multiple part songs and stuff, the Voyager, Challenger, and all that, and that's a very cool concept. I like that. And I need to check my questions because I'm a forgetful person.
Right, you're good. You're great.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about the New Joy video. It's an amazing video. I like it quite a bit. And I want to say like a week before it came out, Parker Corey of Injury Reserve posted on his Instagram story saying he needed like very, very fast furry art made. And I was wondering what that would be for, and then I saw your video and there it was. And that was awesome. But yeah, I guess the overall theme of the song seems to be the global submission that is displayed within it, maybe specifically within the realm of the internet and it taking over. But I was just curious as to what made you choose like the mukbang content and the furry art and all of that specifically to represent that.
Well, I think it was less about, it's more like fetish.
Okay.
Period. You know, without it being overtly sexual. I mean, even though these things are sexual in a sense, like mukbang, or any sort of fetish is sexual in a sense, but there's also something kind of like humorous about it.
Yeah.
So I wanted there to be that levity. And also like the song title is called New Joy, which is about like a discovery of a new feeling. Right. That you didn't know you had or something. So I think fetish goes hand in hand with that, you know? Yeah. So okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a silly question. That video
was
just very funny to me.
Wow, that's great.
And then lastly on Excelsior, the album is very collaboration heavy, as is most of your music. And so I just wonder if you think you work better by yourself or in collaboration with others.
I think I work better in collaboration. I think I like being in a submissive position, actually. I love hearing people's ideas. I love listening to people. I think that's really what it is. I love listening to people talk about something. Yeah. But sometimes, you know, you just got to do your own stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay. Listening to myself now.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
And I guess, to continue on from the album and into what you're doing now, what's next? I guess I need to preface this because I had a whole thing written out. I apologize.
You're good.
Excelsior, you said, was made in 5 years, which spans pretty much the entirety of what you released as Slauson Malone. So with that being said, do you have like a whole catalog of stuff that you're sitting on for the future currently?
Sort of. Okay. It's nothing I like though, which I think is a good thing.
Right, it's progress.
So it's like a lot of different sketches and mostly like computer music. So I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, cool. That could be a cool direction to go in.
How I feel about it. So yeah.
All right. And then I guess just lastly, furthermore, I guess you've already covered your plans for the future or what you're doing currently music-wise. But do you think like after the touring and everything, you're going to focus more on music or the visual art, or do you think you keep a balance of it?
Yeah, they just feed into each other.
Okay,
Yeah. I have some shows planned next year.
nice.
Have some concerts perform next year. So we'll just
Hell
see
yeah.
what happens.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that'll do it. Thank you very
Cool.
much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Again,
All
you don't
right.
do a lot of interviews, and it's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see it.